female pros are just better. I'm sure of it. Oh my god, I forgot. What is that? Overall, I am giving pro clubs a... If you're a fan of pro clubs, I'm going to try and tell you whether this game is worth buying. FIFA 22 Pro Clubs, it's no secret, has had some significant updates and changes for the first time ever. I mean, we've even got a trailer. Before we get into this video, please drop a like on it. The target is 3,000 likes. I know that's a lot of likes. I know, drop a thumbs up on the video. Let's hit that target, and our sub goal is to hit 206k. We're like 50 subscribers away, so hit that red button. Right, now that you've liked the video, because you're not a terrible person, I'm going to break down most of the significant changes in FIFA 22 clubs and tell you guys whether it's worth buying and tell you guys a rating at the end of the video of what I think. I mean, I've played some games, I've consulted people who have also played games, Billy Seasons, the geniuses of the pro clubs world, and the main thing when we are talking is that this game is different. We've only gone and got ourselves a sponsor. I'm playing Le Bomb again this weekend. I've brought them to you on the channel before. You do have to be 18 to play. It's an app, it's free to download. The link is in the description. I mean, literally, we got like 5 of us YouTube mates. We've got Ade Saeed, we've got Lee Chappie, aka Jamie Vardy, we've got James Redmond.
But I'm being serious.
And basically the concept's simple. You predict all of the weekend football results. You've got a little chat on there as well, which you guys can talk on. You put a £5 or a tenner in, and Le Bomb takes a 10% cut of the winnings, but apart from that, you get all of it, and it's free to download. It's a really good way to basically just make the weekend games a little bit more interesting, like, or pretty much anything featuring Burnley. Sorry, Vizza. He's going to be fuming with it. Le Bomb's a great concept, because if you do enjoy this type of thing, you're playing against your mates, not the big bookies, and at least one of you is going to win. Check out the link in the description below. It's a fantastic way to enjoy the football on the weekend with your friends. For the first time in a while, Pro Clubs is different. That doesn't mean good or bad, it just means that it's actually different. The gameplay feels different, there's actually new things to do, try, new builds, archetypes, so that's positive. That's a good gamer moment. I mean, when I'm breaking down this game, I do think that a lot of the builds are going to be similar. It's going to be small. We're going to get into that in more detail later on, and that's going to be the sort of way to win games. But you can't really do what you did on FIFA 21. What I would tell you guys was the meta. You can't really max out your pace, your dribbling, and your shooting at the same time. There's going to have to be trade-offs, and obviously, I think that's a good thing, because the more diversity in builds and different perks and the better, right? Because it is literally, you can play a different build in clubs. You're not going to like be terrible, but you've seen my videos on builds before, I'm sure. There's always a meta, and it's always the same. 5'3", same traits. You got to use these, maybe 1 or 2 different. This time around, it could be a little bit different. And that's a good thing. The traits all seem very cool, but maybe we'll see them work properly in FIFA 23. I know that sounds a bit rogue, but it just feels like they might need some tweaking, and they're kind of just obviously trying them out. And you know how EA works. They add something to the game, and I mean, some of the traits I've used, I didn't even notice if they were working. I couldn't tell. Some are good. First time finishing, I swear if you take a touch, it just stops counting, so useless. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me in the comment section. I swear that trait just doesn't work. The 15-minute boost after scoring was very effective. I mean, winning 5-0, it really helps because you continually have that boost. And also, I think the active first touch seemed pretty decent. But again, this is beta. I haven't played that many games, so this is just what I've seen from early days. The new stadiums are awesome. Obviously, they've been in FIFA in different game modes for a while, which has disappointed pro clubs players like you and me, because we've been crying out for them to just control CV. Like, it is not really that. I mean, I'm sure they can copy and paste. But yes, some of these new features are quite annoying. I know, I'm sorry, boo, but they are. Like the American football stadium and the lines on it, like that. The female pros are just better. I'm sure of it. I've seen this on other games before. I swear to God, on Warzone, if you use one of the rose skins or the female builds, you have a smaller hitbox. You just play better, and it's kind of the same. I feel like because the female pros look a little bit slimmer and a little bit smaller, they move better. They probably don't. It might just be in my head, but I'm sure I'm going to be rocking some female builds on this FIFA, because it seems like they might be, even if they're just slightly better. I'm the type of weirdo that needs that little, I just need to know that I'm maxing out all of the metas and I'm abusing them. The female pros have encouraged a lot of freaks to come out, so be prepared for that. When playing the beta, I've also experienced that the menus are quite buggy. Pro clubs menus in the past have had issues. I mean, we've had issues with inviting people to clubs since FIFA 14. If you had a friends list of over like 200 friends, then you just can't invite people to pro clubs. The kick glitch is back. infuriating, which basically means sometimes, very sporadically, with absolutely no correlation that I can put my finger on over the last 4 or 5 years, on pro clubs, you will select, as the captain of your team, a kit for your team, and of course a kit for the other team that your team sees. Sometimes the kit for the other team doesn't change, so if I put myself in a blue kit and change them from a blue to a red kit, sometimes they stay in a blue kit for the opposition, and I've seen that in only 8 games once. Something to note about the gameplay, as I said at the start of the video, it feels different, and different in my experience is good, because I have just been so used to the same thing for so long. The goalkeepers, the CPU goalkeepers, are insane. They are all Manuel Neuer regens. They're very good, which I can't really work out if I like or not yet. I'll let you know when I'm streaming and probably missing chance after chance. I think it's a good thing because they've been too easy to score past in previous titles, so it's frustrating obviously when your keeper just lets something in. As I said in the video, small builds seem to be the way. I don't think that will ever change on FIFA. I think maybe they'd have to completely overhaul the game, because if you could be Haaland or Ronaldo and be 6'3" and be that good and quick and strong and just everyone would do that instead, right? So let's break down some of the tweets. Some of you took it more seriously than others. Thank you, J-Robe. Now, I did see some people moaning about the haircuts, saying that they're just not quite enough options. I saw City Ball complaining about that. And apparently the long shot trait is broken. It's just massively overpowered. So if you shoot from far out, it will just go in, and a lot of you guys were complaining about that on the tweet. It just flies into the top hand corner. Apart from that, standard beta issues were reported. Finesse shots broken apparently. Hopefully they use this opportunity to improve, as that is the point of a beta, with the feedback that we've given them in videos and comment sections down below, and the feedback they've got on their website. So let's quickly summarize and break this down. We've got a load of new customization and features that were kind of already on the game that they've moved from another game mode to this game mode, which is disappointing. As well as that, Volta has had a lot of additions, including mini skill game modes and like team exercises that you could do. Definitely, I mean, they could have brought that to clubs. Like head tennis with your mate in the pro clubs lobby would have been so much fun. Obviously, no, we just prefer to sit there and play Lobby Simulator. We've got new traits and archetypes, although I am concerned about how diverse they will be. I do think everyone will kind of be using the same ones, and it'll be pretty quick to work out which ones are the best. More customization is always good. I just don't think they've smashed it. Some of the old glitches have returned, which is frustrating to see, and a lot of attention has been put into the drop-ins game mode, which is great for those of you that play it, but like I said in previous videos, I don't play drop-ins, and I don't think a lot of people do. Say about clubs, I mean, before we get into the rating, I mean, you've got some new haircuts, but people still not too happy about all of them, and the very foundation of the game, the division system, the cups, they're the same. Overall, I am giving Pro Clubs a 7.5 out of 10, considering the year before, I gave it a 1. That is an improvement. 7 is bigger number than 1. But the main advice I would obviously give is to just wait and see what I think on the full release. I mean, I'll be making videos on Wednesday, so not far from now. Videos every single day breaking down what I think of this game, funniest moments. We'll be back with streams. We'll be back with a series, Race to Division 1, all of the new, and more, so much more coming. Like I said, the like target is 3,000, so if you're still listening at this point, do me a massive favour and thumbs up the video. It makes a huge difference. Like, you couldn't imagine how big of a difference. Subscribe to not miss a single Pro Clubs video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.